I don't have time for this bullshit.
Ha! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. All this guy ever does is BS. Anyway, it's time for another edition of BSing with Big Nate.
Fire Follows with Home here on another edition of BS and with Big Nate, joined once again by Chris of Fire Follows. Chris, how are you today?
Good, bro. How are you?
I am really good. Excited to talk about this track. So
yeah,
I guess we'll start like this. I mean, once again, fantastic song, got a very cinematic feel to it. But this one to me is much more driving.
Yep.
Like it's very riff heavy.
100%.
So what's your feeling on the track?
Exactly that. Shoot, sorry, bro. I'm getting a call through it. I'm going to decline that. Sorry, that's perfect timing there. Yeah, you said it. It's certainly more driving. Like, I always want these tracks to have big dynamic ranges in them, for sure. But this is compared to like Can't Get You Out of My Head, for example, very different, right? Like you've got those huge piano breakdowns, which this song does too, but it's done a little bit differently. So this is just more of those, obviously comes right out the gate, hits you in the face, and then doesn't really let off the gas the whole time.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the feel. It's a really exciting track. And I also like how, it's more of what I would call a straightforward hard rock song. However, it doesn't lose the complexity of a Fire Follows track, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's still got
100%.
the piano, the orchestral instruments.
Yeah.
So did you set out to make like a driving song, like get to a point like, well, damn, we still have to have some piano, or like, how is this one?
Yeah. You totally get it, man. So that's exactly what it is. So like this song, they all start differently. Like I need to put a video up on our YouTube channel to talk about this a little bit more. But like some of them start with the vocal line, some of them start with the piano. This one was completely not that. This is a straight up distorted rhythm guitar driven song. So this is a matter of like getting all those pieces put in there and then trying not to, I guess, overdo it with all of the, you know, the string orchestration and the keys and everything else. Like I want those in there. But I had to use a little more sparingly, I think, on this one.
I think I want to talk about the video for it in a second, but
Yeah.
with this one, everything comes together so nicely. Like it's definitely a complete song.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, I'm sure you get this perspective. Sometimes if you hear a song, it's like it's just doesn't feel full. There's something.
Yeah.
This has between the harmonies of the clean and the screaming vocals and,
Yep.
and the rap as well. Like this thing has everything but the kitchen sink, and it's not in a way that detracts from the song in any way. It makes it that much more powerful. Like this is a good hits you in the chest, kind of kicks you in the teeth, which brings me to the video. I heard the song, didn't know there was a video because I follow on Spotify and I'm real bad with YouTube.
Sure.
So I went and searched it out and checked it out. The way it opens is a visual kick in the teeth because you've got that the bomb dropping and then the mushroom cloud, of course. What was and the video kind of doesn't really stop from there. There's a lot of stuff going on. Were you guys hanging out in an abandoned warehouse?
Yeah. So a lot of the footage that's in the home video is the B-roll footage from the Glass Grenade video shoot. So just, you know, those videos can be so expensive. So obviously I try to reuse like as much as we can, but we want to have like a different theme to it, of course. So that's basically what that was. That was in a warehouse up in Denver, shot the Glass Grenade shoot, pulled a bunch of the B-roll. And then Jason Leeper, who's our videographer, shot everything. But then Tim Junker, the guy, the secondary vocalist in the band, he does, at least on this one, he did all of the editing on that and put, of course, the lyric stuff in there too. So got kind of a different approach on this one, I guess, than we've had on the others for this EP.
No, I like it. I think I tend to be someone who likes to use everything I've got, you know, pile and all. So I love that mentality, and it doesn't look like it was recycled or brought from the other stuff because it's very dynamic.
Perfect.
Also,
yeah.
As far as it seems to be becoming more of a thing where lyric videos, which to me are awesome because makes my job a whole lot easier if I'm trying to like screen something for on air, but also I always liked to try and pick out lyrics. And there was something when I was a kid, it would frustrate the hell out of me. This was before I could really, you know, look it up on the internet. So I'm a big fan of that style of video, but I also love what he did with the font. Because like when that home comes up just big and bold, it use that feeling.
Yeah, no, he definitely, I mean, the song hits you in the face, obviously with that huge scream, like leading in after that little intro piece. And I think he captured that perfectly with the way he edited the video and put it together.
Now, from an emotional and lyrical perspective, where's the place that this track's coming from? It's pretty well encapsulated in the title, right? Home. And the chorus lyrics are, you know, will you bring me home? You know, I'm hardly whole, this stitched up soul. It's like this idea that it's kind of that prodigal son concept, right? Like you've gone the wrong direction, you're on the wrong path, whatever that might be, right? Because like hard rock is metaphorical. So, I mean, at least the way I read it is. So it's like, you're going to hear it, 100 different people are going to hear it different ways. But I think that's where I was at least trying to what I was trying to hone in on is kind of that moment when you realize, man, I'm definitely way out here in left field, you know, gone the wrong direction. And it's that constant kind of reminder, like I need to come back to this grounded place, this home, whatever that is for each individual person, you know? So on my first listen, and this is how uninsightful and uninspired I am some days. I was like, oh, this is clearly like a veteran's in combat and wanting to come home. And then like I watched it and like really focused on it. And I was like, oh yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It's very metaphorical. Like you said, it's about that, you know, realizing you're on that wrong track. So it did become very clear, but at first take, I was thinking very straightforward. Well, dude, that's what I'm saying though, is it's like, cause I talked to a couple other people about it and everyone's got a very different interpretation of it, which is awesome. Like that's the whole point, right? Is there's a message in there, but it's broad enough that it's like, it can be interpreted 100 different ways. So I got to ask them, of course, YouTube, something that you guys are taking very seriously. How is the podcast going? Dude, I need to get back into it.
I get so distracted. Like right now we're basically done with the next single that we're probably in, I don't know, next 3 or 4 weeks, we'll be releasing it. So I just get down the rabbit hole too far on one thing and then lose sight of the other stuff. So, but I will say, so the next episode I think I'm going to do is, and it'll probably be a long one, but I'm going to do like a behind the scenes on like an entire track. And one of the new ones that I've got coming up is a little like, it's one of those that's like completely piano in the beginning, then the guitars come in and the strings. And so like, it's a huge layering thing. And I want to kind of show what that looks like, you know, from start to finish. So hopefully that'll be episode 2 once I really focus on it.
I mean, that's something that I enjoy as a music nerd. I like seeing the complexity behind it. There's one, it was when Meteora came out. I got the deluxe edition for Linkin Park, and that was they break down, they have a DVD with it, and part of it is like a track by track breakdown. And I remember just like nerding out, like there's that sweeping guitar part that's reversed and then like layered the same progression. I love stuff like that. So we'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
Of course, Chris, thank you for joining me. Home out now, both the video and the track. Give Fire a follow, some love, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we'll be on the lookout for that podcast.
Oh yeah, sounds good, man.